Levy Rosman, Gotham Chess, International Master, ELO 2318, one of the most watched chess content creators in the world, millions of followers, legendary for his ability to make chess accessible to everyone, and a question his community has been asking for years. Can Levy become a grandmaster? Hikaru Nakamura answered that question directly. In a conversation with Levy himself, Hikaru said, "In terms of general knowledge, absolutely, you can become a GM, but the mental aspect is very tricky, and a lot of people don't understand how important it is." "Levy, you have too many doubts," said Hikaru, "and mentally you are not quite there." Now, Hikaru identifies the problem with the clarity that only a super GM can offer. Now, how can Levy take action on that advice? The question is exactly what this video addresses. Today we are going to look at Levy's personality and give Hikaru's diagnosis a map. We will use the Enneagram, a 9-type model of personality organized around a diagram. Each personality type has a core motivation, a natural set of strengths, and a set of patterns represented by all these connecting lines that you see in the diagram that can either unlock or limit your performance. Before we look at Levy's type, I want to talk about Tim Gallwey's formula. Tim Gallwey, one of the great performance coaches of the last century, proposed something simple but devastating. Performance equals potential minus interference. In other words, your performance isn't just what you are capable of, it's what you are capable of minus everything that gets in the way. Now let's apply that to Levy. Potential? Hikaru said it himself. In terms of general knowledge, absolutely, GM level. The technical potential is there. That's not the question. The question is the interference. What is actually blocking the performance that the potential already supports? That's a personality question. And personality has an answer. Levy is a type 6. In the Enneagram, we call this type the loyal skeptic. At their best, 6s are remarkable, thoughtful, deeply analytical, warm, witty, loyal, funny. They see risk before anyone else does. They prepare, they protect, and they build communities of extraordinary loyalty because people trust them completely. Sounds familiar? Levy built one of the most loyal communities in chess, millions of people who trust him, learn from him, follow his journey. That's the type 6's gift, and Levy has developed it at world-class level. But the type 6, as every one of the 9 personality types, also have a shadow. The core strategy of the 6 is this. The world is uncertain and potentially dangerous. I need to anticipate every threat and prepare for it. That anticipatory mind is what makes 6s brilliant analysts. It's also what produces doubt, hesitation, playing not to lose instead of playing to win. Type 6 has 2 operating modes. The phobic mode retreats from perceived danger, plays defensively, aims for draws, avoids confrontation with stronger opponents. The counterphobic mode attacks the fear directly, goes aggressive, confronts, takes the game to the opponent. Hikaru described exactly what he sees in Levy's games. When I look at Levy's games, he said, against higher rated players, he's always struggling and seems to be trying to draw. He's never directly trying to beat them. That's the phobic mode of type 6 in action, not because Levy lacks courage, but because the anticipatory mind says, if I go for the win against a GM, I might lose badly, better to survive. The interference isn't technical, it's architectural. Now compare that to Fabiano Caruana, who is also type 6. Fabiano integrated both sides. He prepares exhaustively, that's the phobic 6, and when the moment calls for it, he attacks. He even defines himself as a good fighter. Now, that integration is available to Levy too. It's not a different personality. It's a more developed version of the same one. Now, there's another contrast worth making here. Hikaru is a type 7, and 7s have a natural equalizer. He genuinely doesn't experience, not even other super GMs, as superior opponents. A superior GM, a billionaire, a 9-year-old, or the president of the nation, everyone is equal at the board for Hikaru. That absence of awe is a massive competitive advantage. Levy's type 6 doesn't have that equalizer built in. The 6 sees hierarchy, sees authority, sees the GM as someone to be respected and potentially feared. Now, that's not a character flaw. It's a structural feature of the type, but it's also workable because what the 6 needs is not to become a 7. It's to build the internal evidence that the danger is survivable, that losing to a GM is not catastrophic, that going for the win is not reckless, that the board equalizes everyone, including him. So, what is the personality map saying about Levy's path to GM? Not more opening study. He already has GM level knowledge, not more games. He plays constantly. The work is specific and it's internal. First, developing the counterphobic capacity, learning to go for the win, even against stronger players, even when it feels dangerous, not recklessly, strategically, but with the genuine intention to win, not survive. Second, reducing the self-doubt interference. The type 6 mind generates doubt automatically. It's the threat detection system running at full speed. The work is not to eliminate it, but to stop letting it make the decisions at the board. Third, building the equalization, developing the internal experience that a GM across the board is an opponent, not an authority. This is available to him through his 7 wing, remembering that the board is the great equalizer for everyone, including him. Hikaru gave the diagnosis with perfect precision. The personality map gives the path forward. It goes through the inner game. So remember, there is no single personality that wins. There is only your personality optimized. If you are curious about discovering your own personality type and how it may be impacting in your chess playing, we at Madanes have developed the EnneaRoles assessment, tested and refined over 15 years of applied research while collaborating with the International Association of Coaching. Now the EnneaRoles assessment is available in its chess edition. It maps your personality, it helps you understand how you perform under pressure, and it helps you discover your blind spots. And if you work with a chess team, it helps you understand how your personalities interact, where you support each other, and where the friction may come from. So you can then, with the map in your hand, optimize it to support your technical training. So feel free to drop us an email directly or use the links in the description below. See you on the board.